Hello everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are here with part 2 of our Rent a Girlfriend set review. And we had to start off with not other than our little disclaimer of we took it upon ourselves to write these transcriptions using our own knowledge of the Japanese language as well as a few liberties in how we interpret card ability and game text in order to get these done ahead of time, given that Bushu revealed the entire card list before the release date, so they will differ from any official ones from Heart of the Cards. So with that out of the way, we'll begin with our first green card here. We have Ruka Sarashina, 002,000 power, says the rental girlfriend and ribbon traits, because she's known for having that bow on top. So continues, and you have 2 or more other rental girlfriend characters, she gets 1,000 power, and she is none other than your textbook on reverse Rize.
Cool. I mean, okay. So, on reverse Rize, You know, like, if your set has nothing else, which, if I remember correctly, Kanokari literally doesn't have anything else.
No.
So,
well,
this is your free mill.
So, unfortunately, you're kind of forced into this. And hey, at least, if anything, Yuka Unga Bunga, she becomes vanilla static with the on reverse Rize. So, congratulations!
Now, that's kind of counterintuitive because you want this to die.
Well, it will die. It will die eventually.
Eventually, but you know, it's kind of weird because if you're fucked like really early on in the game, Ruka doesn't actually help you all that well because she's gonna be too big. Your opponent's gonna check.
Unless you purposely underplay to keep her 2,000.
Okay, that's fair enough, but at the same time, now you're losing in the stock game too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're losing in both damage and resources. So, you know, from the modern playstyle, like if you're screwed, Nuka doesn't actually help you all that much.
Right, she probably won't help you until maybe your opponent's next turn.
If they can even kill her.
And 3K, like, believe it or not, 3K is not exact, like, we say things like, 3,500 is like, kind of like, gold standard when it comes to thick bargains at level 0, but 3,000 is still pretty formidable.
3,000 is still vanilla. Like, I'd hate to say this, but, there is a point to having vanilla, to being a vanilla. Like, sure, you do literally nothing, but at the same time, you're big, and some players are really looking for that now, especially at 0. So, like, for example, something that pairs up with a vanilla to do X effect, that isn't actually a terrible consideration nowadays because, like, think about it. Not much can contest a vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're starting to put more cards that can contest with vanillas, or, things that can gain the vanilla stat line or better. But at the same time, being a vanilla is actually pretty good now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd hate to say it, but, being 3,000, like, 3,000 power to toughness, let's go, boys. Now, Rize, on reverse Rize. I kind of prefer Asusa Volume version 3 over this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but
sure.
Immediate hand fix, and and your 1 card deeper could matter.
1 card deeper could matter,
and be able to fetch events possibly if you do run those.
Possibly, and also, if you really need it, you can neg a card. You can neg a card to gain the effect immediately. Versus Ruka, you have no choice but to wait till combat.
Right.
So it is completely reliant on your opponent. Now, of course,
unless you purposely decide crashing or something.
Now, your opponent could make the argument. Well, some naysayers could make the argument. Well, what about but what about bombs? I'm like, well, those same naysayers will go, nobody plays bombs. And I'm going, I wouldn't discount bombs entirely.
Right.
But, some cheeky players could still play them, especially if they're low powered. Oh, I don't know. Jake Infected, a very good example. god damn, that card's annoying to the modern meta because
Right,
you know,
and that card handles both on reverse Rises and Austin's version 3 because neither goes go off against such a card.
well, also Volume version 3, you could run over at sorcery speed.
You could,
Like,
but in general, frontlining them and expecting them to die on the opponent's turn, that is a no-no against anyone that plays non-red bombs.
Right, Sio, those kind of cards could see a resurgence because of cards like Ruka, and it's a counter to all the bulky cards that exist nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Very rarely do you have a card that's bulky and plus level.
Oh, all the exile needed cards. But why?
Right, those usually need to be reversed.
So yeah, and be like, I'm a stock bomb. Goodbye.
And or if they frontline them unironically, you're like, you're 1,000 power or lower. Stares at, how big? Oh, that's hecka big.
You're 3,500, sir.
Right, like, or you're something like I don't know. You're seeing a 2,000 power.
right. And but anyways, back to Ruka here. Honestly, I'm not as big of a fan of on reverse DJs as I am also version 3. So this is gonna seem kind of harsh, but well, again, most people would just slap the Sparkling Doge and move on. But I'm like, and Unlimited. Duh?
You see it, you might as well, deck mill is what you value in limited. Well, you evaluate it in both formats, let's be honest here. But hey, you see it, take the darn thing.
I would say you value it more constructed than limited.
Oh, definitely. But,
So...
But even in limited, again, you trialing this is vanilla static. So, as we said before, power wins games in limited.
Oh, and this is going to absolutely dominate at Zero Unlimited because what can kill this?
Right.
So, you know what? I'm going to get this to playable rating, actually. I was tempted to get this to playable minus because I'm like...
Yeah, I think playable is fair for this because, given that you have next to no other viable deck mill in this title that's standalone, and, she's being pretty bulky, it's not too shabby.
That alone saved it from the playable minus.
Right. And the whole, the power mirroring and, well...
In limited.
Limited, definitely more so than constructed, yes. Alrighty. We will move on from here.
Alright, next. Jewel-like moment, Chorizo. 3/2, 9k. If you have the Smooth Brain condition, -1 level in hand. If you have 2 or more other rentals, she gains +1,000, and she heals the stock.
What? Oh, it's this boring card again, kinda.
Well, okay, so look, it's not as boring. I will say this. I like this better than something like Kyaru or Aqua.
Fair.
I mean, I predicted to myself that, am I going to go on a tirade about this card? No, I'm actually not going to.
No, it's you can't go wrong with any early player that goes stock neutral and also heals you in general.
Right, but remember, I went on a mini tirade about Kyaru.
Right, that's more because it looks like Butcher's not trying.
At least with Chorizo, they're trying.
Like instead of being 11k on your turn and then being completely dominated the next turn, Chizuru here will become a formidable 10k on both turns. That's too shabby.
She stands a chance. Oh, by the way, her and Aqua, same voice actress.
Understandable.
So literally almost identical profile, almost identical. I mean, it's kind of flavorful in a sense. But
and we've seen that before. We saw it happen with Mimorin with the level 3 Cheryl and level 3 Umi being very similar. They have comments on attack, salvage.
But at the same time, you know what? I can't fault people for playing this because, this is one of your few early plays. This is one of your few. Like, there's not that many in this set from what I remember.
There really aren't. I agree, like very very gimmicky, or they're not as good.
Like, like comparing this to the Mami that we saw in Yellow. I mean, yes, but running Mami requires you to run Yellow, which in this set is not the greatest.
No, Mommy's kind of like her own deck. Just and I guess for those who actually watch this thing or whatever, you probably go, yeah, that makes sense flavor wise.
Well, I didn't actually watch this show, so I'm just looking at the cards from a.
I mean, like, just looking at the card names alone, you can tell, like, Mommy was, like, the original person that the main male protagonist was going out with, and then he switches around.
Right. And I'm just, like, going, well, really, realistically, like, again, being a 10K isn't terrible. Isn't terrible in today's metagame.
It's not.
You tie with the vast majority of early plays.
Mm-hmm.
You tie or kill them.
Especially if you play a good back row to back it up.
Now, of course, there are some decks that you just lose against, but again, those are few and far between. ReZero, yeah, pretty obvious you're going to lose.
Let's be fair here. Almost any early play deck auto loses if ReZero gets to level 2 first.
And they don't have something like Wormhole.
Right.
Wormhole absolutely demolishes ReZero, dude.
It does, and don't get me wrong, but again, the number of times with access to Wormhole and early play are few and far in between.
I think Adventure Time's the only one that actually counts.
Nice.
Because who the fuck plays Overlord? And TLR, get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but TLR set 3 when?
We will see. I don't see a reason for it, though.
It's kind of just, no, not at this point. But regardless, I'm just going, okay. And then you have Gotobun no Hanayome is actually another one that you lose to.
Cause each goes a little big. It's a little out of your range.
Yeah, I was about to say Ichika just pounds you to bits. But at the same time, you're much easier to summon than Ichika. That's why you get the power. That's why you get the 1,000 detriment.
Right. Heaven forbid we see one that's. Heaven forbid we see a puck that is the smooth brain condition. That'd be pretty boosting out. Now we need to take like several steps backwards, or else we're actually gonna destroy this game.
Yeah, I was about to say, just like the coronavirus has ravaged the United States, yeah, I can see Bushiroad actually printing that.
I mean, eventually, but not. Hopefully, not soon.
Hopefully, not in the next year or two, please.
Right. Like it's definitely coming. Just hopefully not that soon.
I mean, please make me a dinosaur by then.
Anyway, Chizuru. Oh yeah, again. Wait, limited. Oh my God.
Yes.
10K easiest early play of your life. If your opponent doesn't have an answer to it, GG, well played.
She's basically invincible in limited.
Right, and you get it in your paw, you're kind of like, cool. Hopefully no one else has it because they didn't pull the foil version.
You know what? I have to give this to Sparkling Doge because I gave Kiara the Sparkling Doge. This time, not regrettably, actually. It's fine. It's great. You know what? I hope Bushiroad, if they're going to continue to print these...
Yeah, I can agree here. It's a different take.
Please print more chorizo.
The difference is slight, but that slight difference is more impactful than people will give it credit for.
Like I said, Bushiroad, please print more chorizo if you have to keep printing this.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'll just be calling her chorizo.
If not that, we're fine with Puck.
Yeah, we're fine with Puck.
We're more than fine with Puck.
Alright, next.
Sure thing. We have Delusional Gate, Chizuru, 500 power. Not continuous, that's an auto. The hell was I on?
You what, mate?
Sorry. Also, at the beginning of your climate space, choose one of your characters and it gets 1000 power until the end of the turn. And she is a bracelet where you have to pay 1 and tap 2 of your guys for each climax you hit. In those 4, you salvage 1.
I was about to scream power creep.
No, you're funny.
No. Then I saw the tap 2. I was like, oh, thank God.
Alright.
Okay, so basically, my initial reaction is basically, ew, tap 2, ew! I have to realize tap 2s, ew, they have no place in this game. I'm sorry, but no!
Unless the brainstorm is something like Toka, then probably not.
I mean, it better goddamn well say enter the battlefield fucking salvage or tutor without ditching. That's the only way I'm playing a fucking tap 2.
Wait, you wouldn't even play Toka in Day Alive?
Toka's kind of questionable.
I could see why you question it.
Like, she's only good in the standby shell.
That's
and,
fair.
like, if you're not playing standby, which I don't think you should be playing, honestly, like, that deck doesn't do anything. So, like, it literally doesn't. Like, and then you just go, what? It needs, like, tap 2s are so slow in this game that they need an absurd effect just to even have them be considered for play. Like, even with a fucking direct cantrip, would you play a tap 2 brainstorm?
I mean, in a nutshell, probably not.
Like, even with such a powerful effect as enter the battlefield, tutor or salvage, like, bam, you get a guy instantly. Like, that's just how fast this game has become. Like, you present that to the player base, and they're going to be like, ew, no, I still wouldn't play this.
Right,
Like,
people like to be able to field multiple, like two, a good chunk of players like to be able to field 2 brainstorms in the back row before level 2, to be able to, if they really have to, pay the 2 and tap both of them to go through 8 cards.
Like, the brainstorm could literally heal you. Could literally be a heal, and it still wouldn't be played. I think.
Depends on what it costs to heal, maybe.
0. Literal 0. Free.
I guess that's on play heal.
Yeah, yup.
And I guess doesn't cost stock. On the card itself, it's not like a 0-1 or something like that.
Nope. Tap 2 brainstorm, though.
Like, okay. Actually, that might not be that bad. That's a free heal. That's a free heal. Like that's
a
free,
literal free heal. Literal free.
That's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
That's pretty good. But with the player base play it,
I could argue that some of them would actually there because I think this player base does value not taking refresh point, or not refresh point, but avoiding or minimizing the amount of damage they take overall.
But again, they're stuck with the tap 2 brainstorm for the rest of the game.
And you know what? I think some players are willing to make that sacrifice if it means that they're truly getting a free heal.
Or let's say something really cheap, pitch a card.
That's fine.
Just to associate it with some form of cost. But at the same time, you need an absurdly powerful effect like that. Like, not even a fucking cantrip. I threw the cantrip at your face, and you're just like, oh?
Like, it's not bad. People, and some people will consider it, but it's just kind of like,
You get a literal free card out of it, man. Literally. But even still, like, if you were to ask me those questions, the cantrip, maybe, but probably not still. The heal, slightly alerted Shiba Inu. Slightly alerted. But even then, I'd still be like, yeah, probably not, actually. The tap self is just that valuable to me. Like, even a literal free heal, I'm just going,
I guess that kind of shows like what eras we came from. Gabby definitely came in during I'm gonna try to kill you ASAP when I hit level 3 era. I came from the I'm gonna try to heal myself now as possible era.
I care about destroying my opponents, not healing.
Right.
I mean, you know, what's funny is that statement should literally be like, shouldn't you be happy about healing finishers? Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no. Should be one or the fucking other.
Right.
I should have...
Like, I think it should be like an on-play cantrip or something, like a Dugtrio or even a Diglett.
Or hell, additional burn.
That or hey, you know, on-play go to Gix 1 or on-play go to Gix 2, stock 1.
I like those, actually. Allow me to dick with a climax. Hey, man, people are like, he has no cards in hand. Hey, man, he has no cards in hand. Draws Yami, draws 2 Ditch 1. Gets the fucking, reveals the bounce trigger, you're dead. They're like, fuck.
Right, like what happened to finishers like that?
Literally.
Like, no, not good. Like if money were no object, I would have unironically owned the fake deck before it got restricted.
Oh.
It was just it heals and refreshes 5 days. How could I not like that?
Fucking cocksucker.
I also like fake, so come on.
That is true, but at the same time, oh dude, don't join those army of cocksuckers.
What? Are you trying to say I shouldn't be liking fate?
No. I'm talking about people that played that fucking deck.
I mean, I don't play it because it's expensive.
Oh, okay, well, good.
If someone gives me as a present, I won't decline. Just saying.
Well, you know, of course, that particular I didn't like that particular deck because I'm just like, oh, we're so obnoxious.
Definitely was an obnoxious deck, and I'm like, damn, this deck just tries to like be like, you get some damage, now I'm gonna undo it turn by turn. I'm gonna undo like 3 of that damage easy.
That's why I try to one-shot people. You can't heal when you're dead.
This is true.
Now back to Chorizo here. Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready, go!
I like how we gave each other about limited. Okay, just went ahead and said it.
Limited? Oh, hell no. Just play the fucking Mami brainstorm.
If you could find it, what's like... That was an R, right? R, right?
Yeah, the same rarity.
Understandable. I have no quote to give here, though, because I don't want to use my brain at the moment.
Oh, man.
Okay, we'll truck along here before we keep getting cancer.
Sentimental, Sumi, 002K. At the beginning of your attack phase, if this card's in front row, you may mill the top card of your deck. If it's a guide, this gains 2,000 for the power, and she regenerates.
Okay. It's not too shabby overall, but...
A 4K regenerator.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
I was just like, well, I like it better than a runner.
Yeah, like it allows you to try field. You'll most likely be 4K on your turn, and hey, your opponent was able to take out everything, and you really need the possible 4K back. Okay, easiest pay one stock of your life.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh, and if you don't need it, sure, she did.
Like that's fine. She did her work. Oh, that was much too good to level 1 anyway.
No, I mean, like Sumi's a comfortable floater. I like it.
Yeah, like it's interesting to see the return rate on like other types of profiles.
And limited? Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, 4K, like you're winning level 0, for sure.
You're like if you don't see either of the 2 double rares, grab this.
Yeah.
Like if this is your rare in the pack, sure, why not?
Right,
like,
unless you see that shiny foil, that's, well, you know, like an SP, like, then just grab the Sumi.
Like, this is one of the best cards in Limited.
Like, actually. And in Constructed, like, you know, this ain't too shabby. This is definitely worth considering.
Definitely, like, again, a lot of people are like, ugh, Regenerator. I'm just like,
why
don't underestimate
if y'all underestimate Regenerators, why the hell do y'all not say the same for, like, Ariki, Krista, or Mayuri.
Right.
Like, they effectively do a similar thing. They're keeping afloat one way or another. Sumi,
And,
while being more conditional, doesn't ding yourself.
and let's say Sumi doesn't hurt your ass.
Right, we're not here to like do the Fate Master Unga Bunga shit.
You mean Fate Masters where they fucking take 3 damage in response to keep their board?
Which they're just gonna heal back down because they play eight. You know, they used to play 8 free fresh and Agoruru and other heal cards.
I mean, at the same time, just go, oh, you took 3 damage? Sweet.
I don't think most participants. It depends on their hand, honestly.
Right, but
Very rarely would you go clock encore 3 times.
yeah, I've seen the Elder McBride do it. I'm just like, dude, what's in your hand? He's like, these are my only 3 creatures, man.
And, you know, in that scenario, you have no choice, probably.
Well, no. His hand was set up for level 1. He had 3 Sakura in his hand, plus the bar. Those were his remaining 4 cards.
It'd be like that.
So he took 3 damage. He's like, no, this is fucking calculated. This is fucking calculated. I took 3 damage on purpose. Here, let me help. He was like, here, let me help you. What? He triple canceled, by the way. He triple canceled that assault. So he's
Nice.
like, here, let me help you. Ow, ow, ow. Ow.
So it seems.
I'm just like, what the fuck? You took 3 damage of your own volition. Yup. Calculated.
Man's really want to get the Sakura's off.
Hey man. He's like, hey, kill him again. He's like, come at me, bro. Come kill him again. Oh, damn.
But but hey, pay 1 to regenerate her. Like,
Sumi,
this
you know what?
is pretty decent.
Let's go with the playable rating, boys.
Yeah, I think playable is pretty fair for this. I agree.
Hey man, it's better than that garbage brainstorm that we just
It's
put.
definitely better than that garbage brainstorm. Alright, we will move on to first challenge. Sumi, 104500. When she attacks, she gets power plus X until end of turn, where X is the number of your other rental girlfriend characters multiplied by 500. And all your climax combo, when surprisingly stubborn, the gold bar trigger you see right there is placed in your climax area. As is in your front row, you may stock a level 1 or higher card from your waiting room.
Didn't we see a similar profile to this in Princess Connect?
Yeah, it was like, Shiori, right?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going, why? There's nothing in this set that requires an asinine level of stock.
Right. This is at least if anything, like, they're at least keeping Green's identity. That's kind of it.
Right, but at the same time, I'm just going, there's nothing to defend Sumi, really. Like, okay, the fact that she's on a bar doesn't really mean much because, bruh, what isn't killing her in response?
Right.
Like, sure, she attacks the 7-5, but she's gonna fall down pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, Sumi doesn't even have to attack. So, at least all the stuff that you're going to get from the ability is clean.
Mm-hmm.
Level 1 or higher. Well, I can see that Bushy Road is trying to force players out of their comfort spot.
Oh, definitely.
Because...
He's used to say, just put a character into your stock.
I mean, and the majority of decks nowadays are composed of high-level 0 counts.
Right. Well, you purposely, these combos, when they would say just stock a character, they would most likely pick a low 0 because they're like, cool, you get your job earlier. I don't need you for the rest of the game. I'll see you when I clean up my deck. After I out-compress my opponent for a game.
Now, of course, this makes you vulnerable to any form of stock swap.
Right. Aren't we glad that Bush was making more of those?
Actually, unironically, yes, I'm glad, actually. Hey,
Right.
man, I support I support killing my opponents quickly.
Right.
And stock swaps help.
Stock swaps do help.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, kill them first, ask questions later. I'm that type of guy.
Understandable.
Oh yeah. It's just like, well, I make a great LAPD detective then. Shoot first, ask questions later. Hey man, the Los Angeles Police Department is infamous for doing that. You cannot lie to me about that. I'm not sure how they do it in upstate Cali, but well, in Los Angeles, oh boy.
Anyway, that aside,
Sumi.
I don't think I can give her anything higher than this, because I think Sumi wife was nothing else.
This hand of mine is burning red.
Oh no.
Oh no. Double ooping the rares?
It will be like that apparently.
Well, I mean, dude, can you blame me?
I guess I can't. Alright, anyway.
As a girlfriend, chorizo. 105 when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may exile this. If you do, get your next draw phase, choose as a girlfriend chorizo. God damn it, this is Time Machine.
This is Time Machine. I can't believe we're still bringing Time Machines in 2021.
Today's opponent is Bolt Gundam of Neo Russia. Can you blame me?
No, I was probably gonna say something like, as of today, you are no longer my master.
You know what's hilarious is we didn't talk about limited for either of these two cards.
Did they deserve to be talked about for limited?
They're the coaster. They are coasters, basically.
Understandable. Let's move on.
Wait, Time Machine's a fucking rare? FR, mate?
I can only think of maybe one Time Machine that was uncommon.
What?
I think? Question mark?
These should be in the commons pile, man.
These should be in the commons pile.
I would be pissed if I opened this as my rare.
I don't blame you.
If you see this garbage in limited, guys, look for literally anything else.
Oh no.
I'll take the literal vanilla over this.
Damn. I'll take the literal vanilla over this.
Hey, can you blame me, man?
I'm gonna double check if there's any actual Greek cave vanillas.
Oh shit! I'll take the literal vanilla.
I don't remember there being Greek cave vanillas in this set.
Oh man. Do they even print level 1 vanillas anymore?
Those are usually trial deck cards at this point. So yeah, unless it's like a weird situation, like I think because I think like for Summer Pockets they try to do something funny with a 1-0 vanilla with Shiki because Summer Pockets trial deck was way before trial deck plus era. So
right.
So they try to do the funky thing with the Shiki vanilla.
Right. But like, oh man, I was nicer to Mommy's card pool than this.
Well, speaking of Mami, apparently she returns. Kazu stings. Mami. 2-1, 4,000 power. Assist is a low assist. Auto climax combo. When province of the 2 gold bar trigger, as you see right there, is placed in your climax area, you may pay 1 stock. If you do, bounce when your opponent's character is in the front row. And auto this ability activates up to once per turn. When your character with Mami in its card name direct attacks, you may pay 1, ditch 1, 2, heal.
Well, it's a level assist, which is good and limited.
Mm-hmm.
In constructed,
Yeah, and constructed is kind of like whatever.
Does this gold bar go with anything else?
No.
Really?
I'm sorry, this is not Princess Connect.
I'm just going.
And even then, like, even then, it was like a quote unquote minor climax combos that went with multiple characters.
I expect this to go to like with a 1-0 mommy or something. Shit.
Unfortunately, not. That would have been nice, but you know, they didn't want to repeat the Princess Connect dealio over here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just going.
Because I wish in Princess Connect it makes a little more sense because you know, guilds, but over here it's kind of like, should we really have like multiple cards of one girl horde, like a single climax?
No. Then pay one discard a card to for direct attack heal. That's kind of questionable.
Questionable,
Like,
but it's nifty. I mean, Gavin probably at this point gets like overvalue heal.
yo dog, heal. Like
Heal.
standard heal. Come on, man. No, this is not 2013, man. Get your head in the game.
Hey man, Fate wasn't that long ago. What was it doing? Just healing.
Well, you guys got hit by the bad hand.
What does Ray Zero do? Nothing but healing.
True, but at the same time, Grandpa, the majority of decks prefer the shoot first and ask questions later approach.
You're right.
I'm sorry, but this isn't 2013 for heal spam wars. In fact, you're probably gonna hate when I say this, but I'm glad Kantai happened.
I don't blame you for thinking that. I don't blame you at all for thinking that. The game kinda needed it because otherwise we would just keep having any heal spam cards get banned over and over.
So thank you, Kantai, for existing.
Right. And they introduced like, you know, again, Kantai introduced like the many profiles we still use for nicknames. Shimakaze's, Musashi's.
Yep. And
The occasional Hasukaze clone.
we need more of those.
We need more of those, especially when Yolo is doing this shit, yeah? Thanks, Choice.
Thanks, Choice. Oh, we don't need more Kirito clones running around.
Or Full Ghost.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, we need less of that shit running around. Hell, we need more fucking tutors. Combos that fucking tutor.
Right. Anyway, back to Mami.
Okay, back to Mami. She's great and limited.
Yeah, you know, you could like get a bunch of decent Mami cards and you get this thing. Like, hey, why not? You try to outlast your opponent.
Yo, dog, is this climax rare or common?
This climax should be a common.
Okay, okay. So shit's so much easier to find in limited now. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
You construct it. Oh hell no.
Yeah, I think overall I could give this I could give this the overall niche rating.
Yeah, same.
Like
I
wanted to try to argue playable minus, but I'm like, no,
playable minus.
That'd be too nice.
I have to say, limited save this from the apocalypse.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Hey man, this card is uselessly constructed. Useless.
Anyway.
All right, next. Secret Date Ruka. 2/1, 6500. Climax combo. At the beginning of your hardcore step, if you have the gold bag, look what Kazu is in your climax area, and there is no card in front of this card, or it's reversed, aka the fever treatment, you may dig 4, take 1. And when this card becomes reversed, if the battle opponent has a level higher than that of your opponent, you may send it to clock.
Gavin forgot that Ruka also may gain new stock from the top of your deck.
Oh yes. Oops. I forgot to read that portion.
It's okay. Weiss Schwarz don't read, Gavin.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. Reading is hard.
No, it's harding is read.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, dog, this would almost be playable, but bag.
But bag. Yeah, bag. Like, bag in 2021.
And man, ReZero. I still can't.
Yeah, like, we saw the first 7 reviews of Frozen Monster. We're like, wait, ironically, bag returned. It never left.
No. It's more of ReZero is green. What? I'm sorry, but what plane did we hop to?
What plane did we hop to? Yes, and only Amonkhet and Dominaria will have you. Where would you go?
Can I go back to Zendikar, please?
This motherfucker.
Yo,
Can
dog,
I go back to Zendikar?
and the Zendikar with the Eldrazi, please.
Oh.
Hey, man, I'd love to be sacrificed to Evercroll.
This guy would rather be sacrificed to Emrakul can have you deal with Nicol Bolas as Pharaoh. or dealing with Dominaria's bullshit.
Yeah, I was about to say, you want an Elder Dragon as Pharaoh, or would you rather be sacrificed to Cthulhu? I'll take the sacrifice. Thank you.
At that point, I lay waste to myself in the interplanar portal.
Oh boy. But back to Ruka here. She's an anti-change bomb. That's pretty nice, actually.
That's nifty, and hey, it's on a combo too, so you know, especially for limited play, hey, that's how you deal with that pesky person that sacked into Chizuru.
Yeah. Too bad. Yeah, though. The only thing about this card that pisses me off is rare. FR bushy rare.
I got the other thing that pisses me off about this card is bag.
Oh yeah, and bag. Rare and bag. I just go bag. FR bushy bag.
Bag.
Well, I guess I mean, you're content printing gold bars 5 days, man.
Real talk, what happened to like double soul stock soul triggers or some shit? Or even stock soul, I guess stock soul is like on its way out, unironically.
It's dead. It's dead. No, it died 2 years ago.
2 years ago? I swear we saw them in 2020.
No, I don't remember seeing many of them in 2020. I was like,
They were there, but not many.
On the
I get listening until like after September that they pretty much went coupled? Question mark? No, that's not correct. They try to change it up with like stocking level cards instead of a color.
Yeah, they tried it in both Data Live and GoToMoon, but those failed.
Right. The double soul trigger outside of like +2 soul is about to be on its way out. I don't think they'll ever kill +2 soul though. I don't see that happening.
Trial decks. They need to print something in trial decks.
They could always change it to like a, I don't know, 2K 1 to 2 characters.
No? Dude, how else is a newbie supposed to catch up to veteran players? Fuck it, +2 soul, crash, let's fucking get it, boys.
Fair point.
But Secret Day Nuka, well, in limited, sure?
Yeah, it's not. It's usable. You can't go wrong.
Question mark?
Especially if you want to respect early plays that people sacked into that you clearly did not see come your way.
Well, again, you know what? I'm going to give this to Playable Minds.
Yes, it's nifty. It's yeah, playable. I can't agree with Playable Minds. It's nifty, you know, an anti-change card bomb with extra benefits.
I can't give it any higher because it's a level 2.
Right, that's kind of the problem. And there's no way to go into this early.
Right. I need to be a bit nicer since, oh my god, I had a spate of double oof.
Well, let's see what happens as we keep moving on, right?
Next.
You got it. Serious look. Chizuru. 1500 power. Auto climax combo when proof of lovers plus 2 soul climax is placed in your climax area. If she's in your front row, you may pay the cost of clocking yourself. If you do, look at up to your top 2 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2 cost 0 characters amongst them, put them onto separate spots on your stage, and put the remaining cards to the waiting room. And she's also a Jumper Joe.
No?
No is right.
Why would you play this?
I guess it's only for the people who want to Neo Smork.
Mami, I wouldn't even play this even in a Neil Smart. Oh god. You can completely whiff.
Unless you build your deck to obviously be heavily cost 0.
I guess, but at the same time, like...
When you're building a Neo Smork deck, you're not really playing costly characters anyway.
True. But at the same time, oh god. The fact that you can whiff just makes me go, oh no! Like, if this was grab 2 cost zeros from Brave, oh sure. Like, a Neo Smork, I can see it.
Well, okay, don't want to make a Neo Smork strategy that easy.
Dude, a Neo Smork is so rare. A Neo Smork is so rare that, like, it would be a nice change of pace, you know?
So you want to see Bushido like make designs for a Neo Smork decks that are like more feasible. Like you want to see them unironically make aggro a real thing.
Yes. Like I said, I want to see the 5 archetypes be viable.
Well, you know how Bushido is on like people could argue that control is what killed Buddy Fight. Just saying.
I thought it was uncontrollable power creep.
But part of that power creep was the fact that control exists.
At the same
Most
time,
people
like,
come like I don't know about you, Gavin, but most people come to Bushido games to avoid the problem of I can't play my cards because my opponent has 7 negates on the board, a girlfriend, and a PlayStation 5 all at their table.
I mean, then Bushiroad needs to print cards like Vexing Shusher. Just saying.
I don't know if that solves the problem.
It does. Your opponent cannot counter creature spells. Your creatures are not. It's like, and this can't be countered. You can play the fucking game now.
By playing tech cards in your deck. I don't know how I feel about that in Bushido games.
Like, Charlotte is a good example. Charlotte is the closest thing we have to control.
And even that is not true control.
I mean, how popular is Charlotte? Like, the counter to control decks in Bushido games is 30-minute time limit. Something outside the game that says, oh really, you want to play control? Okay. You have 30 minutes, otherwise you both lose. And if I'm on the other end of the control map, if I'm the player being controlled, they're like, sure. You're going down with me. We're going down together. Literally. You want to spot me by basically locking me out of the game? You're going to lose here. Sure, I am too.
Right.
But, again, people call it a dick move. I'm like, you're being a dick. You're the one being a dick first, so...
By playing this deck.
Pretty much, by locking me out of the game, here's your punishment. Like, people want to avoid consequences as much as possible. I'm like, no, bro.
Right, it's not like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where like most control decks do have actual win cons. or rather, if you talk about combo decks that basically, after they finish their game, they are effectively a control deck because their board says, I have 5 to 8 negates on the board. And because you cannot deal with it, I just OTK you for game.
I mean, or Magic. Control doesn't run rampant there. In fact, that game is actually... In fact, Magic is more a Neil sport nowadays.
Nowadays, sure. But there do remain viable control strategies in Modern.
Yes, kinda.
Kinda.
Yes, kinda.
They just can't control die and yeet off the map.
No. Control has been lessened.
Oh, okay.
It's more of play Uro Titan's Wrath or you lose. That's what modern has become now.
Understandable.
Pretty much, you play Uro Titan's Wrath. That card is insane.
Nice. Anyway.
Chorizo over here. This is not even worth discussing, to be honest.
So, that's what you're giving it.
Yep. It's not even worth... I'm not even going to talk about Limited. I'm not even going to talk about it because...
I'm giving it the meme rating because of... I'm sure the 5 people that are thinking about how to make this card work will try to make it work.
I'm sorry, but in the land of the sweat, good luck.
Exactly. That's why it's more of a meme card than anything. Alright, we will truck along here.
Smile Practice, Sumi, 1035. When this card attacks, you may pay 1 if you do, Twin Drive. And when you trigger a climax, choose one of you guys and get them 2k power. No.
Yeah, this is pretty meh overall.
In Limited. You funny, bro.
You very funny. So let's have a mobile phone fighter G Gundam.
Let's see here. Domon chases after the Big 5 and tries to capture Kyoji.
Understandable. Okay. Relax with exercise. Sumi, 104,000 power. On play, you have 2 or more other rental girlfriend characters. You may draw 1 card if you do discard 1 card from your hand. And she's also a drop search, which makes her a level 1 version of Walker Blue New World Mari from Love Live Sunshine.
So this card is not nearly as impactful at 1 than it is at 0.
Oh, of course.
Number 1, you need to dedicate the color.
Yeah.
Number 2, sure.
I like that they balanced it out, because honestly, Waterproof New World Mari was honestly insane. Especially in a standby show.
But...
Because, I'm just gonna search standby target, draw, and then diction, and then play standby. Easy.
But at the same time, does Hours or Jumping Heart need to be on the list at this point?
I would argue if any card does come off, it would be that one, but at the same time, I kind of think Bushiroad really thinks Sunshine needs as many checks on it as possible.
I mean...
Without completely breaking it, of course. Like...
Sunshine... put 4 Yo back in the deck. Well then. The deck immediately goes back to being S tier.
Right, that is probably not happening.
Never again?
At this point you can argue that Mirai Kike Yo is more broken than Marika.
That's because it's Marika that fucking slaps your ass at 2. That's been slapping your ass since level 2. Yeah, no.
Right.
And of course, nobody blames Chica, they all blame the Wreck Ball.
Right.
Because Chica's just a vanilla without it.
Right.
Now, Sumi here, well, again, you know what's funny is I actually never played the deck with Water Blue New World Mari, so I can't really say much about that.
Alright, well, you have observed, like, before that restriction happened, you look at, like, the way, like, especially at World Finals for JP. It was four of because they like the ability to search. Most of the time, it's used to search the standby target and immediately ditch it after drawing.
Like that was too easy.
Right. It allowed like you're like usually standby decks are as good as what's available in the waiting room. And when you have a card that just says my waiting room is wherever the fuck I want it to be, you're just kind of like, what?
I think that's the reason why so many people played Hot Snow.
Because they could just field three. They could field two guys and then field the Mari, search for Hot Snow, ditch it, and then standby into it. Yeah.
Like, again, I'm not the biggest fan of 175s. I've made that abundantly clear at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even with Water Blue New World, I don't think I'd even play Hot Snow still.
Right. Like I wouldn't myself. Like it's more of cool. I can like set up games I don't see in my waiting room at the moment. It was a nice convenience. That's for sure.
I'd probably just summon Orange Mermaid at that point.
Right, Orange Mermaid Chica or what have you, right? Or
right.
or the fact that you use her like throughout the game to be able to set up your waiting room for shenanigans.
Which is why I think that she needed to be on the list. Like I can see why she needs to be on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Now with Sumi here,
she's definitely a fairer version. I think Busho's going in the right direction with this.
I think so, but at the same time, I hope we don't have the Azusa problem with this. Because Azusa was amazing even at 1.
Right, we obviously saw that given that, like, it could be like very, very poorly static, 104k, with a bunch of text that doesn't matter to the majority of players, and it's still gonna get limited in some way because it was that good.
I mean, if any of the 4 members come off, I think Azusa is the last one to be removed.
That or Mirai kicking Rico.
I think honestly the other 2 members could come off at this point and just have it between those 2. You choose between Azusa or you choose Rickroll. Your choice.
We will see. And actually allow Guilty Kiss and Mari Waifu to stop suffering.
Yeah, I guess. But Guilty Kiss, no one plays anyway.
Oof.
You're more likely to see fucking Mari Waifu over Guilty Kiss, man.
That's almost unironically true.
Like, Guilty Kiss is terrible as a deck. Like, oh my god, like, their level 1 combo is... Anyways, before I go into Guilty Kiss shenanigans, Sumi,
she's decent. She's usable.
She's usable and limited. Yes?
Yeah, so overall, I give this a playable.
I'm gonna be a bit more cautious. Playable minus.
That's fair.
I have no experience with the actual profile itself, so.
That's okay. That's fair enough.
It's kind of ironic because, well, they're like, wait, you are a Sunshine player? Yes. Why don't you have any experience with this card? Because I didn't own Sunshine during the era this card was played in. All right, next. No, Mami. 105k. Yes. When this enters the battlefield, all players find the following action. You have 5 more cards tonight, so pick 4 of them. Toss the rest. And choose a Shimakai, too.
Oh, yes. The return of this profile.
One of my favorites, boys.
Constructed? Well, you feel you are really going up against too much the couple or something? Why the heck not?
Or you want to exterminate the rest of the Psychono population?
Well, exterminate the rest of the Psychono population?
Hey, man! They deserve to suffer! Yes, I have a vendetta against that particular set. Or more specifically, that particular deck.
Right.
It's more of,
He's fine if there's a resurgence in like what was it, Iri Uta decks.
oh yeah, or even the band deck.
Yeah, I think that will be pretty dope.
But Megami? Oh hell no.
Sorry,
Stay dead.
there's a reason why it's called Boring Girlfriend.
Yo, duh, I like the boring girl too. I typically like the boring one.
But in that franchise, no, right?
Oh hell no, it's Utaha.
So, I feel you.
Even though she would, yeah.
She would demolish you in bed, right?
Yeah.
Understandable.
This particular profile, I liked Owl in Sarah Pockets. This is an exact clone of it.
Right. Hopefully they don't go too absurd on this, but it's nice when it pops up every now and again.
Fuck it, go ham, Bushy, go ham!
You actually see Bushi like kill memory compression decks.
Yes, die! Go play fairly, go back to square one, sir.
But the couple has been around since the beginning of the game. You guys gonna tell them to up and leave?
Yes! I'll send you to exile if I need to.
Damn, send you to exile. Like, yes, and only Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan will have you. Where would you go?
Let's see here. How about I send you back in time?
Whoa, back in time.
The year is 1981. The Cold
What?
War.
1981, holy moly.
Yep, but send them back to the middle of the Cold War. Fight the U.S. troops.
Oof.
Hey, you said Afghanistan. Okay,
You're right. Become Mujahideen.
pretty much. And you get to fight. And you get to fight the CIA. You get to fight the CIA.
Oh no, not Mujahideen.
Palestinian.
You're fighting against you're fighting against the US. You're not the Mujahideen. You are the Afghan commies.
Pretty much. I'm just like, ah! That's how much I hate that concept. I'm just like, yo, dog, no, your exile is not sacred. Go back to the 1980s, sir.
Right. Okay. And in limited, it's a Shimakai. Ignore the first sentence. No deck in limited's gonna try to do that. I think.
I can't think of a single card that exiles.
Permanently. There weren't? No? Really? I'm gonna double check that.
Oh, I can't think of any.
Understandable. This is a vanilla Shimakai in limited. That's still good.
You know what's funny? There's no detriment. There's no power detriment for the first sentence.
Well, because the idea is that it could potentially affect you.
What? In this set? No?
I only said potentially. I never say it will.
Well, in S&P, maybe?
In SMP it could, because SMP could unironically get past 4 cards in memory.
I'm trying to think of other sets that actually have this profile.
Wasn't Owl the first?
Oh yeah, Owl was literally the first.
Because anything before it was usually on an event.
Right.
Like, you know, Code. Or Memory Erase.
I wish Adventure Time got one of these. But Adventure Time was built for the English metagame.
Which well, no, imagine English and memory compression. Oh, it used to when Angel Beast was actually Tier 1.
Imagine they announced Psychono for English.
Ooh.
Well, have fun with your Tier King. It's Psychono.
Anyway, Mami here, overall semi-playable.
Yeah, it's all playable. Exactly what I give out. I love... You know what? I'm gonna actually be nice.
Sparkly Dog?
No, playable.
Okay.
Because I thought about it. You know what? No. No, I would have waited for the actual day that Exile dies.
Damn, the gay exile guys. Alright,
Hey,
well.
hey, man, you can tell I have PTSD from Psychono.
Understandable. Well, let's move on. Take a bite. Sumi, Q1 1500. She is a level 2 3K backup that also has the ability of knowing the box X cards of your opponent's deck, where S is the number of your rental girlfriend characters.
Yo, dog, this is a card I can get behind.
You typically get like the middle top version of this.
No, it's typically for your deck, not your opponent. I like it when it fucks your opponent.
Oh, okay. So you were fine with like the Ruby backup that milked the top X cards of your opponent.
Yeah, I'd probably give that a playable rating actually. And you know
Okay.
what? I'm gonna give Sumi the exact same thing.
And yeah, it's a 3K backup, and limited counters are good.
Yeah, counters are amazing. Power toughness matters.
Yep.
Hey, man, this is not a wall that you're gonna destroy.
True.
Hey, we will build this great wall.
Unironically counter take Chizuru, 13K plus counter range. Let's go.
Let's go.
And I'm also gonna mill the bottom 5 cards of your deck while I'm at it. You what?
Let's go, boys.
True. Alright.
Not a kiss. Chorizo. 0/0. 1K. Discard. When this is the battlefield, you may pitch a guy. You may search your deck for a not an idiot chorizo, number 42. Add it to your hand. This ability activates up to once per turn. When not an idiot chorizo enters the battlefield, choose a. Or you may stock charge from grave.
Mm-hmm. As procedure, not an idiot Chizuru is a 2/1 8500 vanilla.
No?
So, next time Mobile Fire Key Gundam?
Yep.
Forget limited talk.
What? This card was worth it and limited?
No.
No. Right, I was just saying, what? Limited?
As Gary would tell you, coaster. For that drink you brought from the liquor store. You could be drinking that 40 from a paper bag. Hopefully your store only doesn't care.
Or they don't know that they don't know.
They don't know it's a 40, bro. If it's a big bottle of something in a brown paper bag, it's basically a 40.
Yeah, that is true. Or fuck it. Fuck it. Have some mixed drinks on site.
Oh no. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Couple screwdrivers during limited of this set wouldn't be so bad.
Oh, only a couple of screwdrivers, he says.
That are like 70% vodka, 30% OJ.
That is not how you make a screwdriver, and you know it.
What? Are you one of those 50-50 people?
Do you even know the correct ratio for a screwdriver?
Do not think so.
More on that another time.
True. Alright, next.
Bungee Jump Confession Sumi 001K. She's a global 500, and you may rest her to choose one card in your level area and one rental girlfriend character in your living room and exchange their positions.
What the fuck requires experience?
I don't think so. Well, actually, more on that when we get you red.
Oh, okay.
So we'll bring this card back up in red, but because there will be a reason. And it also makes sense for like some of the decks in this title or some of the decks you can build for this title because they pretty much every girl does take up multiple colors.
Except Mami.
Well, we saw some green Mami cards here.
We saw like 2, man. One of which was playable.
But still, the idea is to be able to fix this. And we'll see in Rec that there will be like a specific experience requirement.
Okay. But at the same time, at the moment, it doesn't make much sense.
Right.
Yeesh?
Yeah, this is probably what I would give it overall.
Oh man.
We will see that, and we'll even like keep this like slide here to refer back to when we go to Rec, just to like, show that it's mainly for like the Sumi deck. With that, we'll move on.
Wait, did we talk about limited?
Oh, in limited, well, again, we'll say this. When we get to Ray, it'll make more sense. But
Right.
You see a bunch of Sumi cards that say that they need some kind of Red Sumi in level area. Well, Bungee Jump Confession Sumi's your girl.
Yep.
Just in case, especially when I think the Sumi that you need is a double R, so this card will be more important in limited than in constructed.
Ooh boy, this is only a common, so.
Yeah, so you could find many copies of this, but you will probably only be able to find the one Sumi that you need in level area.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright, next.
Yep.
We have important talk. Ruka. 0/0/1500. When this enters the battlefield, you may surveil, and when your other rentals attacks, this gets 1500 per turn. Is right, because man, this card is
Now, sure, she'll win boards in limited, but
It's limited if you're desperate.
yeah, that'd be pretty desperate to need to have to take this, or it got past the US, the last card of a pack, I guess.
I can't oof this.
No, you don't get an oof designer.
Niche at very best.
Yeah, what do you know? On point surveillance that can get big-ish. You can't go too wrong overall. Though I don't think Ruka wife will really needed this, if that makes any sense.
She didn't. By the way, the other two girls are voiced by. Ruka is voiced by Naoto Toyama.
Oh, of course. That makes sense.
And Sumi, Emilia.
Nice.
The same one who voices Emilia. So
Emilia and they both have their diamond trick thinking.
well, I mean, a lot of people really like their Emilia. I'm one of those people.
Understandable. Well, we will move along here.
Next.
The True Fainu, Mami, 002K. Continues the character in front of her cannot move to another spot, and on point she gets 1500 power until the end of the turn.
What was wrong with Johanna? What was wrong with that card?
Like, FR.
Like, did they seriously think that a 3500 anti-runner was too good?
And that was also a common too, albeit in a extra booster. Well, it's actually pretty sure with uncommons and double rare, so I don't see the problem.
FR?
Yeah, she was common, right? If I remember correctly.
I think she was a common, yeah. Like,
yeah.
Were they scared of the bulk or something?
Like, what?
Were they so scared of people accidentally slapping their runners in front of an anti-runner?
Or just accidentally putting a card in front of a bulky... I don't know what the problem is. I really don't.
I think, I'm sorry, but is Bushiroad's audience that smooth-brained? They accidentally make mistakes like that? Like, are they trying to cater to those types of people?
Like, to allow a runner to run over this unironically? Is that the point?
I mean, certain runners can't even kill this!
Right, like, Kuroko from Railgun's only 1500 power.
No. Kuroko from Railgun is 2,500.
What's her downside then? To run for
She's a
free.
she's a mill runner.
No, I swear Kuroko was a free runner.
She was?
Yeah,
Oh, she's 2K, dude. She's the standard 2K.
that's why it's 1500 for some reason.
No, she's the standard 2K. But like, oh, I don't know. Like,
That ties at best, so... Oh, Hasune! From Princess Connect, she's only 1500 power.
sure? Like, are they trying to protect those people?
I don't think protect... okay, you play Hasune, you don't deserve protection.
Like, if you're trying to do that, put those people in their own protected bracket, please. Like, put those people in their own separate bracket where they face other people of their similar skill/mental states. Like,
The mentals... Okay, for the record, we are not trying to say, like, anyone is having inferior IQ or anything like that. We're not here to discriminate.
no. No, but at the same time, I'm just going, what? Like, or, like, you know, some people, like, if you're of a lower skill bracket, then, again, I mean, people will lob insults all day long. It's not fun. And I'm just going, there's nothing, like, there was nothing wrong with Johanna. There honestly wasn't.
No, like, she wasn't that great of a card overall.
She was great for the time.
At the time, yeah, because runners were rampant. Like, I chose to unironically run her over runners because I was like, well, I didn't want to spend $20 for Ozra jumping hard Johan is. It's the first part.
I spent 125 a pop.
Oh, okay, calm down, Gary. You know you have tons of cash. At the time.
Excuse me?
At the time.
Well, yeah, at the time, yeah, but at the same time, yeah, I spent 125 each on them, and now they're, I think, like 3 each, so I could get 1/4 of my money back.
Oof.
Yeah, that's pretty bad now. But regardless, I'm just going, like, even if this was the Crimson Demon Genius style, like, okay, you have to maintain 2 or less stock for her to keep her bulk. Fair enough.
Yeah?
You know,
that would
that's
be,
that's a fair enough compromise.
though that would probably bump its rarity automatically.
I mean, there are comments that have 2 or less stock that grow.
Well, those are... If you're talking about the standard 2500 plus 15, then sure.
Right. And those can remain common. 2K
Yeah.
counters were downgraded to fucking common.
I still can't believe that.
You know what? I'm glad for that change because, bruh, FR, you open a 2K count, you open a pack, you see a 2K count at the fucking back of the pack. Wouldn't you be pissed off?
I mean, most rares you're not supposed to be excited about anyway.
There's some rares that I'm excited about.
Oh yeah, sure, let's go back to year 2013 again and open up Pack of Love Life. Yeah, Bokuran no Life, Kirito no Life Umi, let's go.
Or Ellie.
Or Ellie, yeah, you would unironically take those over your double rares.
Hey, what if it's the early play Maki, man?
That's a rare.
That's a rare? I thought that was a fucking double rare, man.
You're fucking a rare, like, a double rare for Marcus like pretty bleh.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. Hey, man, that card reads like a funny fucking 2013 double rare, okay?
Oh, wait, what?
That card reads like a fucking double rare.
Reach like one, but it's not one.
Oh, well, I mean, like, it's funny because there are some rare, like, for the longest time, it's like, 2K counters, they should be fucking common. Bushiroad is it? Oh, Bushiroad's like, we got you, man.
It took a while, but it did get there.
And I'm just going. This type of profile just makes me go. Bushy, bushy, bushy. There are ways of quote unquote protecting your core audience. Nerfing the card pool is not the way you do it. Nerfing the card pool.
Well, okay. Well, nerfing. There are good nerfs like Ashisa.
Right, but nerfs like this, it makes even the casual player, even the casual player just goes, no.
Yeah, casual player picks this up and be like, why would I play this?
Exactly. Even the casuals. I mean,
Like at this point, it seems more like Bush was desperate for a pack fogger, and he just couldn't think of anything else, so he just had to recycle something.
I would take the literal vanilla comment.
If there was one, I guess. Well, I guess in green it would be Chizuru, 2-1 AK.
I'll choose the 2-1 cheat. At least the vanilla is less effort on Bushiroad's part. You know what? I'll take less effort on Bushiroad's part. Literal vanilla text. Like, there's just no excuse for this type of card at this point. Like, they legitimately had to put ace sentences on this card. And they have failed. Like, I'm just going, someone legitimately put effort into this card, and this card will never see the light of day by the player base. And that's sad.
I mean, eventually we will see, like, the idea is that some profiles will just simply die out because they were not received well.
I'll take the 0025 that gains 1500 over this. At least that stands a chance to live in limited.
Right.
I'll never play it in constructed, but in limited, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Like if I'm desperate for zeros, sure. This, fuck it. Fuck it. I'll take literally anything else.
Almost anything else, I would say. I don't get you would take us over anything else.
List like 20 profiles.
I am not going to sit here and list 20 profiles.
Okay, well, again, dude, like, list pretty much any other profile in the game, I'll pretty much take it over this. Like, this is so sad. And I'm just like, there are ways of quote-unquote protecting your core audience, Bushy. Like, the Oshi won't play this. Casual players won't play this.
Do we need to make a new rating for cards like this?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, goes over indeed the Power Second Dark Gundam.
With the help of Kyoji. I'm sorry, but there's just... Oh. There's just no room for this anymore.
Alright.
What is what, Sumi? This is a 2K counter.
You can never go wrong with each period.
I mean, literally, there's nothing wrong with 2K counters.
There really are.
Like, I'm really glad this is a fucking common versus a rare. Like I just said 10 minutes ago, 5 to 10 minutes ago. I'll be like, FR, Bushy, I see this as my rare.
No, Gavin, what if they unironically brought back Vice Commander Asuna and made it a rare?
Vice Commander Asuna.
1K plus 1K split.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You didn't, it's like, I had to think about it for a second. Like, do I actually miss Vice Commander Asuna? Yeah, I'd still be pretty pissed, actually.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but I can't think of that many decks where I actually play counters.
That's fair.
Fuck it, you're over me? Shit is dead. You can have it. isn't that the truth nowadays, man?
Overall,
Like
unless you're specifically like standby or something,
standby is literally the only deck where I care about field now.
right?
Literally the only archetype. Now,
Or you can raise 0, I suppose.
yeah, before level 2, no.
Right. Though I think a lot of us still prefer to play like minimum 2 copies of Reinhardt counter.
Yeah, I think 2 to 3 is correct. I think 2 to 3 is correct. The third one, if your meta is full of full of powerful things. But overall, I'm just going, well, in limited, sure. Power toughness is king.
Mm-hmm. So I think overall we just give this. I would give it a playable.
Just playable it and move on. Like there's not much else to say about 2K counters.
Yeah.
Like thank God Bushy has moved these to common.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing overall.
Like, it's much better than the garbage anti-runner that we discovered. So.
Keek.
Yep, Keek W.
All right. Well, let's move on here. We have accurate identification Ruka 114,500. She is a vanilla clock anti-change clock bomb.
So there is a consequence of moving anti-change bombs to 1.
Mm-hmm.
That you pretty much render them into vanillas, because imagine anti-change bombs with actual abilities at 1.
Uh-huh.
We have entered a new era of power creep, boys.
Right.
Imagine that
Now we have seen abilities pop up on 1/1 anti-change bombs before. Origami from Gale was one of. Was it Origami or Yoshino? I forget now.
Yoshino.
There we go.
She can swap.
Yeah, she could swap. So you could have her run over something and swap her in front of something your opponent's trying to do.
What is she gonna run over at 3,500, man?
Staggering 0 that they left behind, right?
That 0 might be able to double knock, unironically.
Oh, if you're right.
Like, that level 0 might actually destroy Yoshino in response. And your opponent would be like, golf clap.
That's having a golf clap. That's heck loud.
I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, man. I'll take that.
That was more like shield clap.
That was the worst trade deal of my life. I paid 1 for this costume creature, and I killed a level. I doubled onto the level 0. What? I mean, that was, as our former incumbent would say, that was the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals.
So it seems.
I'm just going, well, like, imagine the 2-1 Climax combo that we saw earlier on this instead.
That'd be holy moly.
We have entered a new level of power creep.
And man, that'd be something else.
Ori P must be a little desperate for combos if he's willing to do that.
Again, there's a good chance that it will happen, but hopefully not soon if it does.
Well, power creep is inevitable.
Right. Especially if they choose to keep making expansions to existing standard towers. That's where the real power creep comes most of the time.
Cough, alicization, cough.
Right. Alicization is going to be a very good example.
I mean...
And Data Bullet, probably.
Well, again, there are sequel sets that absolutely suck. Look at ReZero Set 2. The community pretty much ignored it.
Right, but if you're an existing standard tower that got stuff in the last year or even last year and a half, that expansion was probably pretty effing good.
They killed power products for a reason.
Like, Memory Snow, I would argue, was a pretty good one overall for ReZero.
Memory Snow.
That's just an extra booster.
Memory Snow might as well be its own Neil Standard title, man.
Oh, not Memory Snow. Frozen Bongs. I'm sorry.
I was about to say Memory Snow. What are you smoking? I'd like to speak to your physician, sir.
It's how you I'm getting tired.
You're smoking something, man. Jesus.
I probably am.
Legend of Crimson.
Legend of Crimson for Konosuba, yeah. Circus 20th anniversary.
That is arguably its own set too.
But we know it really isn't because the couple has very good legacy support.
True. Let's see here. Albuta?
Albuta, yeah. Even as much as people don't agree. Reflection Blue, the Summer Pockets.
Oh yeah. 10th Any does not count, does it?
No. It's in the same boat as Persona 5 and ReZero Memory Snow.
It might as well be its own set.
And SAO Alicization, the first one.
Yeah, I mean, true, but let's see here. I'm trying to think of more sequel sets from last year. We covered a lot. Actually, no, we skipped quite a few of them, honestly.
Like the 6th anniversary Love Live Squiggle Festival sets for Love Live and Love Live Sunshine.
Oh yeah, true. Those did help. Those did help those two out.
Like sure, maybe they were not exactly like top tier, but they were doing things for a while at the very least.
Well, that speaks more of OG than it does for Sunshine.
Because Sunshine was like, did it really need help?
It kind of did actually.
Sunshine was suffering, but at the same time, you could argue that some people probably felt it was unnecessary. I don't blame them for thinking that way.
Foreign cough.
Well, I would just argue in general, not even just foreign.
I don't know, man. They have a sudden hatred against idol decks.
Right. Speaking of like music style decks, well, you could like as much as people dog on the set, Bang Tree Volume 2, like. Kasumi was arguably probably one of the best finishers that the title could ask for.
Like, it helped Popping Party, that's it. Literally nothing else really got help.
Right, like it introduced a new band that we'll see at the end of that extra booster if it will become any good.
Probably not still?
Well, we'll see. Who knows? Because it's the first time that Booster is doing an extra booster for the title, and we're purposely always funneling support for just 2 of the band archetypes. They could probably squeeze in like some cards that are universal. Like we could see like some utility that Morphaga could offer to a good stuff deck.
I doubt it. They don't want Bangry to be a good stuff deck anymore.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, back to Ruka.
I like this card.
Yeah, she aight. And
she hey, notice all anti-change bombs are pretty much at level 1 are not red.
This is true. We have not seen a level 1. We have not seen those for like ages.
Because standby is like pitch card.
Right, standby will be like pitch card. or pay 1 regenerate.
And you're back to square 1.
Right, you're like, what can I really do? Nothing. You just do
nothing. So, in limited, well, this is how you get rid of Chorizo, the level 3 Chorizo early play.
Right. So I would argue overall playable minus on my end.
Where's our anti-change counter?
Thinking.
Oh shit! I have to give this to playable because if we don't have anti-change counter, this is it.
This is like unironically.
you either settle for this or that early play is gonna fucking keep hitting your ass.
Oof. Well, but guys, we're not quite done yet. We do have the trial deck bonus round.
Because not every card in the trial deck is shit.
Right.
Unexpected work, Mami. 227K. Out of this gauge, 1,000 for each of your other guys.
Cool, you have a good standby target.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is Tomoe.
This is actually
Uh,
Tomoe.
I can't remember the other girl.
You named the title I could help?
I can't even remember the set it's from, man.
I can't even remember what title it's in. Oh no.
Dude, my memory has gone to shit. You know that.
This is true. Gab is not being himself sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's okay. So this is your ideal standby target. Like,
yeah.
sure, it has no recursion.
But that extra 1,000 that it gains for not having recursion could actually help.
I was gonna mention the extra 500.
500 is only if you are Marceline or you're a regenerator.
I was about to say only Marceline. I was about to say, man, Marceline's an exception.
Yeah,
she's
not the rule. Typically, if you get character hang-on core, you lose 1,000 power.
Not 500.
Yeah, but Marceline's something else. Usually, you lose 500 is to be like Saya, regenerator, or Lisbeth.
Well, Bushy Road Southeast Asia's justification was, hey, you need 2 or more other guys on board for her to have head-on core.
Oh no.
That condition is so fake. Like, what? Excuse me? What? I'm not sure whose math is worse. Bushy Road Japan's or Southeast Asia's? Like, what?
Well, to be fair, Bushido Japan has had more time to make good things and also has more time to F up.
Right, but...
Whereas Southeast Asia, they're still in the, I would argue they're still in the experimental phase.
What? Southeast Asia has the Japanese meta to learn from.
Doesn't mean that, well, when I say experimental, I mean more of, like, when it comes to, like, making cards on virtually their own.
I mean, well, they've messed up 3 times out of 4, so yeah.
This is why I argue they're still experimenting. They're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Well, adventure time.
Something like that, yeah. No, the question is, will there be more English exclusive?
Oh, well,
or sorry, English original. You remember the correct terminology.
Our champion for the English format, Mr. Pelham, suspects there will be.
I mean, it'd be a bummer, and honestly, it could spell the beginning of the end of English Weiss Schwarz if they don't.
I don't see why. Like, I don't see why. Like, realistically, I don't see English as being that doomed.
You would be surprised.
But regardless, we're not here to talk about English.
Right.
We're here to talk about Mami here. Yeah, Mami... Like, I would feel... Like, Mami is dog shit to hardcast. Like, as a rule of thumb, you don't.
You don't. You just are purposely meant to cheat out.
If your options are to... Like, if your hand is literally unexpected with Mami, you clock it. You can have all the stock in the world, you fucking clock it. There is zero reason.
Clock it, or you play the Sumi that we saw earlier, and ditch it.
So, legitimately speaking, well, I'm saying if Mami was the only card in your hand.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You clock it.
And then drawing to Sumi like a boss.
Oh yeah, you draw two good cards, hopefully. Because you can have all the stock in the world. You never hardcast this. Never.
Unless outside of like a Frank scenario of, oh, I know the top 2 cards of my stock are climaxes.
Even then, push your shitters up at that point.
And bury the climaxes away.
Wait, did you say top 2 cards of your stock or deck?
Stock.
Oh, then yeah. That's like the only time. That's like the only time you hardcast it. That's like the only time. Or unless clocking means death.
Right, that's a different scenario. That's another Frank scenario. If clocking means you die.
But at that point, even in a ladder scenario, at that point, fuck it. You win.
You win. There's no way I can come back.
There's no way I can come back from this. And if this card is literally the only card in my hand, fuck it. You win. I'll commit seppuku here.
I'll commit seppuku. So overall, Mami playable.
I love this card. Playable.
Alright. So with that all being done, we'd like to go ahead and thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to like this video, leave a comment, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already, because
it helps the YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to set the bell to all notifications, please.
Because that also helps with our algorithm. And of course, if you want to support us, to do things like upgrading any equipment that we use for recording and so on, be sure to go ahead and, check out our Patreon and buy us a cup of coffee. And
we could sure use one.
We could definitely use one. And with that, we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.